Hi, everybody. I'm here to talk today to you about for beginners, okay, who are, overweight, no matter how overweight they are, just exercises that they should be doing to get their weight loss going. Little disclaimer: the heavier you are, the more less the less strenuous it's gonna have to be, because you gotta understand, the heavier you are, the more of a precarious situation you're in. And I certainly don't want to be responsible for anybody getting hurt. And a quick disclaimer: I'm not a medical professional, so take all of this with a grain of salt. This is my experience, and this is what I've seen other people do, and it works. But you do this at your own risk, okay? So I'll start off with people who are just, maybe 300 pounds, maybe 400 pounds at the most. Okay. And these are exercises that you should be implementing, at least for the first few phases of your weight loss in order to lose weight. Okay. We're not talking about diet. We're just talking strictly about exercise. Okay. So if you are weighing that much or in that range, you really, really should be working on cardio. Cardio is your friend at this point. You're not trying to build muscles, so don't worry about lifting weights or anything like that. If you want to lift some weights, I suggest you get, very light dumbbells and just, do that. Don't try, powerlifting or any of that stuff, because really at your physique and the level of fat you have, that's not what you should be focusing on. So cardio is where you need to focus all your time on, okay? Some of the most simplest exercises you can do if you're really heavy. Walking. It's pretty simple. Walking. Everybody walks. Heavier people, they might walk a little less than others, but walking, pretty much anybody can do, okay? But it's really about how much you walk, how often you walk, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I try to do cardio at this point 4 to 5 times a week, and it's really made a difference. But obviously, starting off, you're not going to be able to do that. I would say try to start twice a week. It's very low, but try twice a week. And I would say no less than 30 minutes, okay? The heavier you are, though, you're going to want to dial it back. Maybe start, 15 minutes twice a week. I know it's low, but you got to start somewhere. But yeah, if you're able to do it, start twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, but do it 30 minutes a day, okay? You go walking. Walking is very simple. You find yourself an area that you can just go around in circles, just walking comfortably. You wear some comfortable shoes because your feet will ache. Get some comfortable shoes. You get yourself a water bottle so you can stay hydrated, especially if you're walking on a hot day. And just walk, Another thing that I found helps a lot, if you have a cell phone that's really charged and you're good to go, just go on YouTube, make a playlist of your favorite songs that help motivate you, help keep you going, because, at first, exercise is going to be very hard. It's going to be hell. And you're not going to want to do it. So you're going to want something to draw your attention away from what you're actually doing. So maybe if you put on music that you really enjoy, music that really releases those endorphins in your brain that make you feel good, you play that and it's loud enough, that'll keep you going through the exercise. And just try to focus on the music, not the walking. But you keep going until your time is up, and just focus on the music. Drink your water at every certain point and keep going. Okay, this is going to help you a lot, I promise you. Eventually, okay, I would say after about 2, maybe 3 weeks, you're going to want to up it a little bit, okay? You're going to want to go from 2 times to 3 times a week to 3 times to 4 times a week, okay? And not just that, you're going to want to up the intensity. So I would say instead of 30 minutes, let's go slow, try 35 minutes, okay? And you keep doing this the same way, okay? You keep doing this. And as time progresses, okay, at the same intervals, you raise the intensity because your body is going to start getting used to it. Your body is going to start getting used to your heart rate accelerating. Your body is going to start getting used to muscles that you may not use because you're so sedentary. It's gonna start getting used to them working and building. So you need to keep gradually increasing the intensity. Okay. Yeah. So try to pick a time in the day that's comfortable for you, because I don't know about you guys, but I live in Miami, and the summers, or any time of the year really, when the sun is beating down, it's extremely hard. And the last thing I want for any of you guys, or for myself really, I don't want to have a heat stroke out there, because it can get really hot. Okay, so ideally you want to walk early in the morning or after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Walk when the sun's going down, because it's going to be easier for you, and you're not going to feel like you're dying in the desert. So you do that, and that's going to help you a lot. Okay, keep increasing the intensity as you progress through the time. Okay. Another low impact exercise that you can do, that any overweight person can do, and this is probably the lowest impact exercise you can find, but if you move around in there, you'll lose exercise. Okay, you'll lose weight, and that's swimming. Now, not everybody has access to a pool, but if you do, believe me, swimming has a lot of benefits. Okay, it helps you burn calories. It improves your cardiovascular system, because your lungs are constantly going, and it's quite good. And not just that, if it's a hot day and you've exercised in the morning, you walked a lot, and you feel a little run down, the cold of the water is gonna refresh your muscles and just make you feel almost renewed. So yeah, get in the pool, swim as much as you can, Again, I'm reiterating this. Do not push yourself to limits that you cannot do. With all of this, you have to listen to your body. You have to understand your body's limits. You have to understand when you're going too far. Now, I'm not saying if it gets a little bit hard, you quit. No, because that's just not how it works. If you literally are in pain or start feeling any type of discomfort that is concerning, then you stop, okay? But if it's just because it's a little hard and you're a little out of breath, no, don't stop, okay? You maybe take a little break, but keep going, all right? So swimming's going to be really good for you. If you have a gym close by to you, or you have access to a bike, a stationary bike, you can use that. Now, mind you, I find that bikes, you really got to be on there a long time to burn a lot of calories, but you can still do that. It's still exercise at the end of the day, right? So do it. An elliptical is great, because not only does it work your legs, your glutes, it also works your arms, and you burn a lot more calories. Good stuff, really good stuff. So yeah, I would recommend an elliptical to be added in your cardio workout. That's going to be really, really good for you. And obviously, anyone who has access to a treadmills are great. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because, yeah, you can walk on it and do the exact same thing you do outside, and you can run on it just like you can do outside. However, a treadmill has something that you really can't find on flat surfaces outside, and that is the incline option. So if you really want to burn calories, or if you want to double the amount of calories you burn while you're walking or running, just raise the incline. Okay, and I'm not telling you to kill yourself on this thing and go completely so vertical that your calves are just ready to fall off. No, you do an incline like you're steadily going up a little hill. Okay, but you do that, and it's going to increase the amount of calories you burn on the treadmill. The higher the incline goes, the more calories it's going to be, and the faster you go on that incline, the more calories you will burn. Also, another pro tip: if you're going to use a treadmill, whether it's just for walking or running or incline, whatever it is, okay? And only do this if you're able to. If you're a person with bad balance, do not do this, because the last thing I want is for you to fall off the treadmill, twist an ankle, or hurt yourself, whatever. No. However, if you can, try not to hold on to the rails. Try not to hold on to the actual treadmill machine. Why? The reason I tell you this is because if you're doing that, it's going to cut down your calorie burning by about 30%. So when you see the readout at the end, if you've been holding on to it, that's really not the amount of calories you've been burning. You're going to have to want to subtract about 30% of those calories. So that's a little pro tip, okay? Um, Back to the walking, okay? So once you become a pro at walking and you're just killing it, man. You're working out for a full hour every day and walking, and you're feeling good about it. Once your endurance builds up, okay, the next logical step is you're gonna want to try to jog, okay? Now you're not running a marathon, okay? You're gonna jog, and at first it's gonna be hard because this is the next step in your exercise. So what I would say is jog for short distances as much as you can, and just keep getting used to it. Keep getting used to moving in that motion, okay? Keep getting used to that burn. Keep getting used to that feeling. Eventually, just like the walking, just like with any exercise you do, your body adjusts after a while, and you learn to deal with it. Your body becomes adjusted to doing it, and guess what? Your body will be able to do more the more you do it. So try jogging for a while. And then I guess the final level of all this cardio stuff would be, and the ones that I mentioned anyways, would be running. Now, I'm not there yet because I get very winded. I can run for short distances, I just can't run for as long as I'd like to, but maybe when I reach 250 or something, I don't know. But yeah, running is going to be really, really good. I mean, that's high intensity workout. That's going to really work your heart, and you're going to burn a lot more calories for sure. Just make sure you're running on a really good level surface, because I mean, you don't want to bust your ankle on a crack of a sidewalk and not even see that it's there, and then you're out of commission for who knows how long. So just be careful with that, okay? Other things you can do cardiovascularly that are gonna provide you with a good amount of fitness exercise, okay? For those of you who have the means, okay, and what I mean by means, I'm talking if you have the money, okay? Now, there are classes of stuff that you can start taking. If you're a woman, you might like Zumba. Now, some women like the one that I'm about to mention, which is my personal choice, is martial arts. Whether you like karate, taekwondo, MMA, Thai kickboxing, kickboxing in general, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. If this is something that interests you, they take people of all shapes and sizes, and they go by their level. And believe me, I mean, this stuff will give you quite a workout. Okay, you're gonna be moving around, doing all kinds of things. You're going to build a better body doing this as well, because it's constant cardio, and you're gonna be sweating, and the weight's just gonna melt off. So that's a good suggestion. Same with Zumba, same with aerobics classes. Anything that gets your body moving in that fashion is gonna make the weight just melt off. So that's a really good suggestion. But again, not everybody has the means, so take that with what you will. But if you're able to, I highly recommend that. Let's see what else. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Cardio is really key, and if your main goal is just to lose weight and slim down, because that ultimately just melts away the fat, and it may not be muscle building like weightlifting is, but weightlifting can come later. Believe me, because I recommend that if you're overweight and you want to build muscle, lose the fat first. Lose a large portion of your fat, and when you get to a point where you're strong enough and agile enough to do the weights, then you go to the weights, and then you keep at it. But yeah, that's really how you should go about it. And like I said, I've been implementing this stuff. I just started in January, but like I said, the information that I've taken in has really grown my understanding of what works, what doesn't work, what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, and how things need to be gone about, because it's so easy to fall into pitfalls that aren't going to lead you in the wrong path. But you gotta look through all the bullshit and find what actually works. There are a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of knowledgeable people who can help. You just have to seek them out. Anyways, I'm getting away from the topic, but I just want to say, look, if I'm sharing this with all of you, it's because I know, the overweight people, I share your pain. I know the pain you're going through. You walk around in public and you feel like everybody's staring at you. You feel like you don't want to eat in front of people because you feel shame. You know, maybe you've had people be extremely cruel to you. And believe me, I know the pain of that. It hurts. It hurts. It really does hurt. But I'm telling you, you know, you have the power in you to change what's causing all this for you. And, you know, I know today in society there's a lot of stuff going around about fat acceptance. I'm sorry, I don't believe in fat acceptance. I never will. And I'm fat, and I don't accept fat acceptance because at the end of the day, being fat is going to lead to you dying early, and it's going to lead to you having a lot of problems. And there's nothing beautiful about someone who is sickly. It's sad. It's sad that someone did that to themselves. It's sad that I did that to myself, and it's gonna come back and bite you on the ass. So I implore you, please, if you care about your life, if you care about living your best life, if you want to be truly happy, work on yourself. Work on yourself, get to where you want to be, and you're never gonna regret it. The amount of compliments you're gonna get, the happiness you're gonna feel, the fact that you're going to feel better than you've ever felt in your life is going to be so worth it. And you'll tell yourself, I can't believe I ever was like that. It's going to be mind-blowing. All right? Yeah, food tastes great. You know, fast food tastes great. But it ain't worth the misery you're going through. And if you're dead, you know, what good is that food, you know? Yeah, there'll be food. Your body will be food for the worms that are in the ground. That's not a good idea. That's not a good thought to think, but that's truth. And the more you eat, the fatter you get, the sooner that will happen. So please wake up and realize that your life is important and that your life could be in danger. You need to make a change. I need to make a change because it's gone on too long and we are worth it, okay? Treat your body like the gold, treat your body like an investment. Invest in your body because you are worth it. Take care of yourself, all right? And if I say this out of love. I don't say this out of hate. I don't hate fat people, and I don't shame fat people. But I do see that I see a lot of suffering because when I see these people doing mukbangs, I don't see someone enjoying their food. I see someone hurting. I see someone doing a lot of harm to themselves for money, which is even worse. But like they can't be happy, and you know you really have to ask yourself, is it worth it? And if it's not, and if you truly want to change, you got to take that step and do it. And it's gonna be hard. It's not going to be easy. You're not gonna like it at first, but I promise you, give it time. You're going to start to like it, and before you know it, you're not gonna be able to live without it, and you're never gonna go back to that destructive lifestyle again. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves, and remember that you can be the best person you can be. You just got to put in the work. All right, bye-bye.